What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are finally back from our vacation, back on normal schedule. I did miss our video yesterday due to having to drive 9 hours and then half of it being through tornado warnings. So yeah, kind of a scary drive, not gonna lie. Prayers for anybody that was affected by the storms yesterday. It was, like I said, a rough drive, but we made it safely, thankfully. And yeah, guys, I got 4 more plays for you guys tonight for the NBA slate. We do have a pretty big slate. Hopefully everything, I had to reset up my Streamlabs and everything like that. So hopefully everything's back to normal on the screen with my mic, everything like that, camera settings, stuff like that. So 4 picks, like I said, for tonight's NBA slate. Before we do anything, I do want to pick a winner from from our last video to win a free month of VIP. So let's go ahead and get that over with. Let's pick our winner. If this video gets 250 likes, I'll pick another comment down in the comments to win a free month of VIP. So hit the like button, drop a comment. You have to be subscribed to win. Hit that sub button, guys. We are so close to 30K subs. If y'all can hit me 30K subs today, which is honestly a stretch. That's like 300 and something subs that I need today. But if it happens, I'll pick 2 more people to win tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have 3 winners if we can get 30K subs. Now, I don't expect that to happen, but maybe you guys can pull it off. Let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday, or from Saturday. Winner from Saturday is going to be for Emric Raviere. I don't know how to say your last name. I apologize if I just butchered that. We'll call you Emric. Send me a message, Emric. I got you a free month of VIP. Message me on Discord. I got you, and I'll get you added as soon as I see it. And yeah, I appreciate the love and support from everybody out there. We did have a good day yesterday in our VIP. We did play it light. I remember, like I said, I was driving 9 hours, so I didn't get home till after some of the games started. Had a couple of slips for the early games, but not as many. But we ended up having a good day overall. So we cashed a slip here. Ant-Man and Kessler cashed us out. We'd had this Abdia, like, it's supposed to be like a 10-point discount on the PRA, which ended up barely cashing. Well, he ended up with over 30, I believe, but it was pretty sweaty. And then we had Cameron Johnson. Once again, Cam Johnson cashed us out with 24.5 PRA, which was free. We did have this Giannis and SGA play last night, which was a live bet that we made, which $100 won us 222, which was another good play for us. And then our only prize pick slip yesterday was Walker Kessler. Mark Williams cashed us out for a little 3x. So overall, yesterday was a really good day. The only other slip we had than these 4 were was a chalkboard slip, which had KD in it. KD sold me. I needed 3 PRA from him in the 4th quarter. He couldn't get it, so he ended up chalking that slip. But other than that, guys, if you want to get every single play that we have, head on over to our WAP or our Patreon. Link for both of those are in the description. You can sign up through there. You get every single slip we post, a list of all of our plays. We'd love to have you guys a part of the community. You can join our Discord for absolutely free. Discord links down in the description as well. You do not have to be VIP to join our Discord, and you can ask us any questions you have. I might sometimes drop some free plays in there. Sometimes I do some giveaways, things like that. So it's awesome to be a part of the Discord if you haven't already. And if you guys do want a free month of VIP, sign up for any partnered apps. Those partnered apps include Underdog, Parlay Play, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Better, NOVIG, or Dabble. Any of those 7 apps get you a free month of VIP. Send me a message showing that you used our code and made a $10 deposit, and I'll get you guys added. They do stack, so you can get up to 7 months for free. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and jump into some of these plays. So before anybody asks, I use 3 platforms when I'm doing my research. Those 3 platforms: OUTLIER, Props Madness, and Predictive Profits. Those are the three websites that you'll see me research on in here. I have links for all these down in the description. The newest one right now is Predictive Profits. This is made by one of my good friends, TTL. If you guys know him, or if you don't know him, go check him out. He drops free plays every single day as well. But love his new platform, Predictive Profits. It does the same thing as OUTLIER and Props Madness in terms of showing stats. So you can click any chart you want. You can look at all this, whatever. People are probably going to be like, whoa, what's the difference? So the good thing about Predictive Profits is you can come over here and you can sort it based off of hit rate. So I have a list of the highest hit rate props on Prizepicks right now. You can do sports books or Prizepicks. And I can scroll down here and find the highest hit rated props on the slate. And you can look at injury news. You can kind of, obviously I would still research the plays, don't just blindly tell. But it's a good way to find some props really, really easy. And the coolest new thing they have is called or not is called, but is a list right here for standard, goblin, and demon plays. So you can hit goblins, and it's going to give you the top hit rate goblins on Prizepicks board right now. Nothing but goblin plays. You can make goblin slips. This is a newly added, so I will be trying this out today. I'm probably going to do like a couple 4-man goblins just to see if it cashes, just to give it a try, man, because this is really, really cool. Really like the added feature of this. If you guys want to try Predictive Profits out, you can get 50% off your first month. Link for that is down in the description. Code ACES. Just let me know. And yeah, guys, you don't get a free month for that, but you do get to try this out, which is honestly a really cool platform. But anyways, let's jump into these plays, guys. The first pick of the day we're going to take is our man Anunoby. So we're taking OG for the Knicks over rebounds and assists as our first pick of the day. So looking at this, he has cashed this in 4 straight games. He has cashed this in 6 of his last 10. He has cashed this only 42% on the season. Obviously, doesn't look good. And then head-to-head, he's cashed it 2 of his 4 games versus Miami. So it is a tough matchup versus Miami. Probably not going to be the most high-scoring games. Knicks versus Miami. The Knicks are playing at home. OG's last game versus Miami, he had 14 rebounds and assists, 9 rebounds. He cashed the line in rebounds alone. Injury news, Brunson is still out. So obviously, that makes a big impact on this play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to filters, games without player, games without Brunson. The 5 games this season without Brunson, OG has cashed his 4 straight and 4 of the 5. So you can see the 7th, 10th, 12th, and 15th. He's cashed it every single game from this recent Brunson injury or whatever. So looking at that, like to play for our man OG. Think he cashes this out. Minus 146 odds if you straight bet it. That's the best odds you're going to get on FanDuel. It is a 1.7x over here on Parlay Play, which Parlay Play is one of my favorite apps, guys. I highly recommend you guys have this one. If you don't, like I said, use our code. And I will say, if you're going to lock this play in, get it soon, because this was 1.7x literally right before I started recording. So it's going down fast. A lot of people are locking it in. I can see it getting bumped to 8.5. You can already see this 8.5 wasn't even on the board a minute ago. So be careful with these lines. OG should cash this out right here. It's 1.6x now. It was a regular line. It's unfortunate that it's not. I will check it on Prizepicks. See if they have him on the board at all. So they have him at 8. So taking it at 8 is fine. All it does is add push potential. 8 is okay. I'm not worried about that line. I wouldn't go any higher than that just because of the bump. Even though I think he cashes 8.5, I wouldn't take it, man. Just play the odds. You don't want to give Vegas any better odds, because when they bump it to 8.5, you're going to get the same. It's going to be barely any higher of a payout, and your risk is going to be way higher. But OG Anunoby is our first pick of the day, over 7.5 rebounds and assists. One of my favorite lines on the board, and I think he cashes this out. If you look at Miami, give up 22nd in rebounds, 16th in assists. Go to power forward position, it is 22nd and 10th. Small forward, 11th and 8th. Center, 22nd and 6th. So they give up a ton of boards to the positions. They don't give up a whole lot of assists to those 3 positions, but overall, they give up middle of the pack assists. So don't think OG's going to struggle with this line tonight, and I've got him locked in as our first play of the day. So let's go ahead and jump into our first discounted line. First discounted line is going to be from the Nuggets game. So we have a big slate, as you can see. We do have the Nuggets versus the Warriors. I think that game stays pretty competitive. So I'm taking our man Joker. I'm taking Jokic. I'm taking him over 24.5 points. So this is going to be our first discounted line, and I'll give you guys a free slip here in just a second. But taking our man Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points. He's cashed it 4 straight games. He's cashed this in 6 of his last 10, averaging 29 points per game over his last 10. If you look at his last 20, he's cashed it 70% of his last 20, and he's cashed it 71% of the games on the season. So he's averaging 29 points per game on the season, which obviously is way over that 24.5. Head-to-head, he's cashed it every single game versus Golden State. He's cashed it. The only game this season he has is back in December, where he had 38 points, but he averages 33 points versus Golden State over his last 5 games. So looking at Golden State's points defense, they give up 8th in the league in points allowed, which is the top 10 defense. If you go to center position, stays around 8th. There's not really, there's only shooting guard and power forwards are the only 2 positions they give up a ton of points to, but it's Joker, man. Nobody can stop Joker. If Joker doesn't want you to stop him, Dude can drop 30 to 40 points against anybody if he really tries, and Joker is definitely going to be one of my top goblin plays or discounted plays on the board today. But Let's go ahead and pull this line up over on Props Madness. The only reason I use Props Madness is for the shooting charts right now. I'm going to be honest. You can use it just like you would any other platform. Props Madness, Predictive Profits, and OUTLIER kind of all do the same in terms of showing us charts. So that one's just preference, whichever one you like. But this is the cool thing about Props Madness is it does have this shooting chart, which I'm probably going to try to get TTL to add this to his as well. But looking at this season shot chart, it's got a red matchup under the rim. Joker shoots 37% under the rim, which is red. He shoots 33% in the paint, which is green. 7% mid-range, and then he shoots 23% from behind the arc, which is orange. So looking at this, you kind of got a rainbow of colors here, man. It's not bad. It's not great, obviously. It's more bad than it is good, but it's Joker. I'm not worried at all about this. Joker can score under the rim. It doesn't matter how good their defense is. Joker can do what he wants. And I don't think he's going to have any problems getting 25 points tonight. Knock on wood. I hope he doesn't, and I hope he cashes this out. Free slip I'll give you guys right here to show you that I locked it in. So we have Joker over 25 points, which 25 plus, which is the same thing as 24.5. And then we have him paired with OG and NOVIG, and you got a 10% profit boost on this slip. So $75 wins you 174. If you guys do want to tell that slip on the Sleeper app, code ACES on Sleeper, get you a free month of VIP as well. But anyways, I could probably search this on here. Jokic, I just want to see. Can I do the Goblin? Okay, so Goblin doesn't work that way. But yeah, you can pull up Joker on here as well, and you can see last 10 games. You can see for the season. So it does the same thing as any other platform allows. Shows their points. So kind of can just play around with the ones that you guys like. But Joker is going to be pick number 2 of the day, over 24.5 points. We'll see what he is on Parlay Play. Should be around a 1.24x. Yes, he is right there. And let's see if Jokic is actually on Prizepicks. So he's not. Okay. I didn't know if Predictive Profits just didn't have it on the board and it was actually there and it just hadn't updated or whatever. But he's actually not on the board there. But anyways, let's jump into pick number 3 of the day. So it's pick number 3. I'm personally taking a risk. And you guys know how I like Sabonis. I'm taking Sabonis PRA today. Now, the only reason I'm taking this line, Sabonis' PRA is usually 34.5 as a Goblin. Right now, you can get it 34.5 regular payout line. And I'll go ahead and show this to you. Pull Sabonis up on Parlay Play. Come down here. 34.5 PRA, 1.75x. This is usually his Goblin. Now, obviously, he only has 1 game back since his injury. He cashed this line his last game versus Phoenix. He played 30 minutes. He played 30.1 minutes. If he plays anything over 30 minutes today, I think he cashes this. Now, he should get at least 30, hopefully. He might get even more. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive if they're going to leave him at this 30 minutes or not. If it's been said somewhere, you guys can link it to me or let me know. But even at 30 minutes, I think Sabonis has a good chance to cash this, especially versus Memphis. So we know how fast-paced the Grizzlies have been. They're playing in Sacramento. Sabonis is probably going to come out here and have a good game tonight. That's just my opinion. If you look at Memphis' PRA defense, 24th in points, 11th in rebounds, 18th in assists. Go to center, it's 16th, 9th, and 3rd. Go to power forward, it's 9th, 7th, and 21st. So they don't give up a lot of stats to the big man, but they do give up a lot of stats overall. Sabonis is definitely one of their star players. Sabonis is definitely going to be able to cash the line if he has the minutes played. But anyway, you can see he's cashed this line 81% of games on the season, and he's cashed it 4 of the last 5 games versus Memphis. The last game versus Memphis, he played 38 minutes, and he did end up with 33 PRA, which is obviously not perfect, but he does average 43 over 37 minutes versus Memphis. So I think he has a good game tonight. Looking at injury news, the Grizzlies are missing Ja Morant tonight. Kings are missing nobody. Trey Lyles is a game time decision, so not really anything we need to look at there. But if hopefully the Grizzlies can keep this close, and we'll go over our last pick here in a second, which will be on the Grizzlies side of things. So I'm going to pull this up on Props Madness. Pull up. That is definitely not Sacramento. That is Spurs. But where am I at? There we are. So let's find Sabonis. We're going to look at the matchup here. Sabonis shoots 60% or 59% of his shots under the rim. Yellow. 18% in the paint. Yellow. 5% mid-range. Yellow. And then he shoots 18% from behind the arc, which is green. So overall, this looks good to me. Yellow and better is good in my opinion. 33% of similar players have cashed. And then 40% of by position have cashed. Not a lot of centers cash versus the Grizzlies, but I do think Sabonis is going to come out here and get it for us tonight. So that's just my gut feeling. If you want to fade it because of the risk, you can. I wouldn't blame you at all because it is a little bit risky, but Sabonis' line is this low because of his minutes, and it probably won't be this low very long. It's just my opinion, but that is pick number 3 of the day. Jumping into our final play of the day, I am taking our man JJJ, taking Jaren Jackson Jr. over PRA as well. So you can get it at 32.5. You can buy it down to 29.5. Obviously, I like the 29.5 better, but I like the 32.5 as well. So I'm going to let you guys decide which one you take. If you want a regular payout, 32.5 is going to be sweaty. I don't think he soars over this line. I think it's going to be a tough one, and it's going to, like, you might be sweating in the fourth quarter over it, but I do like the play, and I do think he cashes. So let's pull Jaren Jackson Jr. up. And you guys already know Ja Morant is out. I just showed you that. So Jaren Jackson has cashed this in 3 of his last 10, and he's only cashed it 41% on the season. Head-to-head, he's cashed it 1 of his last 5 versus the Kings. He has 2 games this season. 1 game he had 19, 1 game he had 39, and 1 game he played 25 minutes. 1 game he played 34 minutes. Now what we're going to do is filter this. Games without players. We're going to go games without Ja Morant. So without Ja Morant, he still cashed it 1 of 3 games. There's only 1 game from this season without Morant that he cashed. And then on the season, he's cashed 44%. So it doesn't get a whole lot better. Last 10 games without Morant, he's cashed 6 of them, averaging 33.3 PRA. Obviously, this one versus Atlanta doesn't count. He only played 1 minute. But regardless, man, I think Jaren Jackson pops off tonight. He just had a good game his last game versus Miami. He had 38 PRA, and that was in a blowout win. He had 31 points. And tonight, it should be a little bit closer. He should be able to have a good game tonight, especially playing against the Kings. The Kings give up a lot of stats, 20th in points, 5th rebounds, 21st in assists to the center position, 19th, 22nd, and 23rd. So they have bottom 10 defense and rebounds and assists, almost bottom 10 defense and points to the center position. I think he cashes this out. Jaren Jackson Jr., if you get him all the way down to 29.5 on the season, his hit rate goes up to over 50%, which is obviously good. He averages 32.2 PRA in all those games without Morant. So I'll pull him up real quick. We'll look at the shot charts. So he shoots 20% under the rim, orange matchup. He shoots 44% in the paint, which is a dark green matchup. It doesn't get any better than that. 5% mid-range, and then he shoots 31% from behind the arc, which is green and yellow in the corners. So overall, this is a really good matchup, in my opinion, in terms of scoring. That 44% in the paint is beautiful. They have a bottom 3 defense in that area, and he shoots 44% of his shots there, so it doesn't get any better than that. 50% of similar players have cash versus the Kings, and then 53% of by position have cash versus the Kings. So overall, I like Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight. I like his line both at 32.5 and 29.5. I'll lock it in 32.5 for the free pick. So if it misses 32.5, I'll just say I chalked, even if he gets 30 on the dot. But I really like this 29.5, and I think he cashes both of these lines. So those are our 4 plays for today. Let's take a look at them. OG Anunoby over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points. Sabonis over 34.5 PRA, and then Jaren Jackson Jr. over 32.5 PRA. Lock them in if you like. Lock them in if you like them. Fade them if you don't. Make sure you guys join our Discord server. Links down in the description. Let me know if you sign up for any of our partnered apps. I will tell you guys right now, Parlay Play, like I said, is one of my favorite apps on the board. Look at all the promos they have, though. This is hockey. I don't know anything about hockey. We're just going to go ahead and scroll through that. But look at their boosted payouts they have for Towns, Cade, Vucevic, Sabonis points, Austin Reeves points. They're probably going to post more. And these do not have like a $20 max. You can play these up to $250. So highly recommend you guys take advantage of that. Code Fantasy Aces gets you a free month of VIP. It gets you a deposit match, a free $5 deposit. They give you an extra $5 for free. And you get to join our VIP. So highly recommend you guys take advantage of it. See y'all in the next video. And I hope you cash all of your slips.